Is that it? Let's see. What's up, everyone? Brad Bourne here with the third World 2 Remaster live stream. These have been pretty casual, but I don't know, I've been talking to a lot of new people and been having a lot of fun, so I at least try to put the camera on. I shaved for you guys. Let me drop a link in the Discord to make sure everybody comes in here. If that works, let's see. Let me get a preview up here. Oh, no, don't do that. Okay. Let's give everybody a minute. There we go. How many people are in here? 7. Not so bad. So I think for this one, we'll be talking, I'll be doing some animation. The Patreon chat has decided that we are going to be working on this snail and let me get this set up. The snail and the cannon. Let me see. I'm gonna switch monitors because it's easier to like look forward. I have a few here for drawing in different things. All right. If this is even charged, I'll plug this in while I'm talking. So I animate on an iPad Pro. I'm using the program AstroPad, just a first gen Apple Pencil, pretty simple. Let me see, I want to make sure everything is working. That is new. I think I have the microphone over here though. Yeah, so that's working. It's just far away from me. I don't think that'd be a good place for the mic. Off this out a bit. All right. Let's see, it's hard to get a good angle because I'm just using my phone. It's not on a stand or anything. I'd much rather be, I don't know. I need to get a holder or something. Switch it over to capture. And let's see what we got so far. Alright, so we were working on code yesterday, which I'm sure was extremely exciting. But I don't know, a lot of people ask me how I make games, and I think working in Animate, especially the IDE, to program something is pretty novel nowadays. So it was interesting. Let me get... Chat's up there, though. I don't want chat up there. Pop out and get down here. Alright. Make sure the controller here is working. There we go. So we were just programming the cannon. It was a simple process. It just takes a while to go through, look at the old code, see what it's doing, and then you know, kind of redo everything. And before yesterday, I redid it to be more like, I wish I could get OBS on top here. Oh man, I don't have enough monitors. I don't think I've ever. You know what? Let me get these over here because I switched. Great, I'll be looking over there. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I don't want to be like looking behind me to open programs. Anyway, so we were using the older animation, more animation driven, and then with the newer engine, everything is much more code driven, but still relying on the animation. So something like the cannon here, I started using the newer code for the boxes, so it actually masks off the player. So when you jump in, instead of switching animations, he actually goes in, and then, you know, this is where we are now with the old animation. And then we need to do masking with the jump there. And maybe I'll use that like spinning jump in World 2 and see how important that is. So what are your plans after the remasters? Goal is usually the next big Dance game. Oh, I should probably, let me turn this down. Yeah. And I'm kind of working on the remasters right now just because I'm trying to figure out how everything else is going. And staring at my own face, I'm gonna make you smaller and smaller until I don't notice myself anymore. So working on the remasters now, just until to figure out where everything's going. Is this being stuttery? Or is it just because I'm clicking off of everything? Alright, check the preview. And I lost the chat. It's all the way over there. Great. This is a mess. Oh well. Now I'm actually worried about where I'm looking. Either slump back or point the camera up a bit more. I'll do that. Alright. So if you're just joining us, this is for World 2, Level 3. I went through the process of bringing everything into the newer engine. Luckily the art is just pretty much copy and paste, but things like the cannon, I have to just go through and recode it. World 1 had a lot of strange tiny things that only showed up once. World 2 not so much, since the main hook was the Gulf, which is, you know, already in Super and works a bit better. Let's see, hack, lots of squiggles, make a bat. There's so many weird things you can do. That's something that my kids would. Oh, is that why it does it? Alright, I'm trying to figure out this, and I think it's if you hit something, then it stops updating the camera. I've been testing that, and it doesn't do anything. And then I get on stream, and immediately the camera bugs out. That's just how things work. I think you have to hit the shell. Yeah, I try to do a bit more dynamic with the camera, where it pulls back if you kick something. And since the level isn't specifically a golf level, I can't keep it back the whole time. So we'll have to put that arrow back in and all that. Let's see. Oh, it looked like a cutscene. Full features already exist. What? It's Rayman where I get the inspiration. You know how much earlier Fancy Pants was out before the new Rayman games? And don't tell me the first Rayman came out first, because that was completely different. This will not stand. No, I had demos out of World 3 with the swimming and the combat and all that before the trailers for Rayman Legends or Origins, which one was it, came out. So you got to check your timeline on that one. All right, let's before we get into, I don't know what we're gonna be doing. When I'm like looking at myself, I feel like things need to be more structured. But for the most part, we're just gonna be doing whatever. Let's see. I have standalone builds for all the patrons that are on the website. So this, of course, is the original World 2. And there's been a lot of talk lately about like flash preservation. And the biggest issue, that's going to be, I can't adjust that. I'll turn that one down. The biggest issue is the flash player's terrible. It's got weird timing issues, especially if you're running 30 frames a second, which most of the old games did, because, you know, Flash didn't have a ton of performance or anything. But if you do it through the desktop Air player, it'll keep everything at a lower resolution and actually retime things better. You're going to add the pencil to the remaster. Maybe? Probably? I don't know. We'll see what else we add. I mean, obviously the pencil's an easy thing to add, right? And here we are, the original World 2. Well, not the very original, but this was one of the first levels I was working on. The original World 2 was missing a lot more stuff. Hold on, I can't change the volume and stream it. Let me turn this down a bit for me so you're not hearing that through the mic. Okay. I don't want that to go through the mic too. But yeah, one of the main reasons I'm remastering everything is just, I think Super plays so much better than the old games. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna just have them glance over at it. Oh well. I have the problem where, like, if I have a thing, I can't help but glance over, and I don't know. But you can see, running at 30 frames a second, it's a lot smoother when you do it through the Air desktop player. I'm gonna put the chat back over here. Let's see, Ice Cream Collectible. I'm trying to figure that one out. I don't know. I don't know how much different. Oh, I'm gonna add the pencil to the FPA 1 remaster. Pencil is in the FPA 1 remaster, right? Don't make me question things that I know I put in there. And this level plays pretty well. I think you can see how like less thick things feel. There's none of the shake or the hit pause, especially kicking. Kicking feels terrible. You just kind of go right through them. So things that haven't been added back to the remaster, we need these 5-point squiggles here that don't really, it's pretty bad. We don't have any special effects. The smoke is still the World 1 smoke. Oh, and that's still a glitch, or if you get hit, it'll rewrite being hurt. Did I just break that spider? I think I did. Oh well. Anyway, here is the old canon. I still love how goofy and cartoony it is. Brad, Blaze. Am I missing things? You gotta remember, I'm trying to play and stream and read the chat all at once. So make sure you do the @BradBorn, and if there's a bunch of them, I'm just gonna start missing them. I tried. I know some people don't even look at the chat unless it's super chat. I'm gonna try not to do that, because I like talking to you guys, but I can't get everything. Anyway, so doing a comparison here, you can see it kind of goes in, it switches to an animation, animates and back out. You can actually see the point. You can't see me pointing. Where the body wasn't really being drawn. Like, instead of masking him out, I just cut that. And then, boosh. Fun stuff. And man, the old hang, it's so bad. That was an animation where, like, I couldn't even think of how to really do it. Let's look over here, there's the longer one. Oh, I swear I jumped there. Man, there's like coyote time, where if you walk off something, you got a few frames to jump in Super, and then if you press jump again before you hit the ground, like right before, it'll jump. So there's these little things that I do with Super that are, just quality of life that I really miss when I go back to these. Let's go up here. Of course. And the physics are a bit different, so I think you go up slightly different. Oh man, those pants just do whatever they want. I don't know what that's about. I couldn't even, like, back then. God, this was 8. How long ago do we see? It's a long time. It was a long time ago. I was like 12, 11, 10 years, something like that. And I don't know. I was just like, I guess there's a foot and a foot, and that was my animation style back then. And then it takes him a second, and then he starts running, and that feels kind of stiff. Actually, turning around feels better, because it kind of goes, I don't know. I guess because it's longer than the walk. That's a better transition. Alright, let's see. Talk to chat. Let's see, chat. Certainly working on it before you start making, but they were... Oh, no, I need to go back. Pencil can get into this remix. Oh, stop! Don't start doing that. You pasted that so many times before. I read it already, I swear. Impossible to play through the standalone build because of the oh, okay. Man, apparently I don't pay attention to the bug reports. I'll check that. Level 4. Well, good thing I didn't start doing it on stream here. That would have been embarrassing. Or enlightening. Or maybe I should. Maybe I deserve that. Let's see. Where before? Okay. Are y'all... Is like the chat messed up, or y'all really just copying into here over and over again? Had the ability to attack 4 cutie pants. I don't know. I like she's the pacifist run of the game, which is more interesting. So we're working on Rainbow, yeah, but Fancy Pants had been out for years before they were working on Rayman Origins. And then the trailers and stuff were out. I don't know, I could do a whole live stream just on Rayman, because to me, a lot of this platforming is pretty common sense. but there's not that many platformers out there that do platforming like this. And don't say Sonic, because no, it feels completely different. But there's a lot of what do you say? A lot of coincidences. All right, so for this one, you can see he kind of warped in, and it just started playing animation. I can use the box code. Oh, it doesn't know what to do if that is moved. It shouldn't be moved when we do that. So let me shoot him and warp him back down. Using the box code, it can kind of slide him in, mask him out, so if he's backflipping or rolling or anything, it will he'll just drop into it instead of changing animation. So that's fun. So let's see. When doing the World 1 remix, and even with Super, since the spiders weren't there, they got all their crazy faces, which was all done for the remix. But the snails are not in the new engine at all, so this is the first time the snails are going to be in there. So let me find where my snails are. And we're going to take a look at them and see if we can just sit and fix some stuff. I don't think any of the remasters would make it to Switch. Super has a bigger chance, obviously, because it's a bigger game. And then, like, going forward, you know, we'll see how big the next game is. But we're gonna argue about Rayman this all the time. But so it's not a surprise. That's yes, but how many platformers are like that, right? Because I can point out massive differences. Like, okay, what's weird for me, after World 3, there was a lot of things that I thought I just didn't do well enough. Some things were still kind of sticky or unresponsive in places. The controls weren't quite great. Stuff that we did that I thought was really novel, like how the swimming worked, just more pointing in a direction instead of just walking underwater. And then, like, how all that worked. Let me think. Sliding around, ramping. Most platformers, like even modern day ones, there's a lot of flat ground and walls, and we're all, you know. So I don't know. There's definitely a few things that Rayman did that are like Rayman has a lot of environmental stuff that's always moving, which is really cool, and that's something that I want to do. And again, is it just because that's what makes sense? Or is that... I don't know. I mean, if I had a budget, probably Fancy Pants would look basically like Rayman Legends. So, let's see. Completed remaster. Awesome. If you join the Discord, I think they're giving roles for people who've beaten everything. So you should check that out. I know we don't have achievements or anything in there, but... Alright, so for this new engine here, everything has to be cached before the game runs so that it can run it all at 1080p or 4K or whatever. Sorry, everybody's coughing around here. I'm trying not to get sick because I have work to do. Say how to charge up air. Everybody loves that. So I just felt that was so overpowered. If you have that, I can't make the player build momentum and then really test their skills if we have something like having the pencils double jump and having all that. So I don't know. I don't know how much I want to bring back. There's something like if there's enemies in the level, using the enemies to get a speed boost. But just being able to do it at any point, then that... Because you don't want to downplay the mechanics that are for your game, right? And having, you know, it's like everybody hated the spin dash in 2D Sonic because you're supposed to gain speed, but now you can just jump and dash and jump and dash, and that breaks the entire game. And Rayman Classic, no, look, I had an Atari Jaguar. I remember the first Rayman. It is nothing like the new Rayman, like at all. It's more like an Amiga game. And it's absolutely nothing like Fancy Pants. The first Fancy Pants is nothing like the first Rayman. They're completely different. Oh, extra fancy stuff. Extra fancy key. So to Flan. Okay, anyone who bought a key with the Remax. Unfortunately, after doing that, it was just like it never made enough money that I could just stop and focus on that. And then I always thought once we get the next big game, I can stop, draw people stuff. I know for some of them, I did a lot of some of those, so the main ones. But if you got a key, shoot me an email. I'll make sure you're down. I can add you as a Patreon if you want to like transfer that over, since it's a lot easier to do. But if you either send me a message on Discord or shoot me an email, and we'll make sure that you're taken care of if you were if you bought a key. People hated Spin Dash in the 2D Sonics, not in the 3D. It's fine in the 3D Sonics because it was a huge band-aid. Sort of like the ledge hop in World 3. I felt it was like a big band-aid because it was, you would jump and you'd float up so slowly that you'd slam into a ledge, so I added the ledge hop so you'd go over the ledge. But with Super, you jump so much quicker, you're just going to get over the ledge, which feels way better than even, like, I thought the ledge hop was cool, but it was really just there because of the shortfalls of the engine. Let's see, animate the... Oh, Kenzo, you're just keeping us on track here. Perfect. All right, got my pencil. Got my snail. Got my controller. And what was fun about the old games, everything was just in a single, just the single file there. But with this, I export these as the SWCs, and then they all get cached in the beginning. And so SFPA 2 is going to be a much, I mean, one, you don't, I could be, I just can't talk about it right now. Maybe, who knows. But this is something that I can do myself. The next game, we're going to have to move it over to a whole new engine, get help with the art. I posted some of the art tests on there, and that's so far beyond what I can do that I'm just going to need more people, more time, more of a budget with that one. Whereas this I can do now and try to get, you know, a bit more of a, what do they say, diversify the income streams or whatever. And then there's the whole, you know, everybody's talking about the death of Flash recently, and so I want to make sure that these games are, you know, accessible and playable. And where's my pencil? There we go. All right. I mean, look, as long as people like playing Fancy Pants games, I'll still be making them, and I want to make much better games, you know, than the originals. And so this is fun. I don't think I ever use this clip, but this is how he looks when he's just sitting there waiting for you to get to him. So let's see. I don't think the snail's really going to need that much of a change. But just drawing him, it's going to be interesting drawing him again, just with the newer brushes. And what is this set to? Because with the newest one, you get the stabilizer, which helps out a ton, because my hand's always, I don't know, I'm not a great artist, don't have the steadiest hands, so this helps out a ton. So I'm going to do, see a before and after of this thing. Angry snail. I mean, you can't make him look cute because you're kicking him around the entire time. Tiago, I'm gonna block you if you keep posting that. Come on, man. I know you have an idea of how the pencil can get into this remaster. I've read it. I've read it last stream. I've read it this stream. I promise I see that. Let me see. Let me see. I might change gears here. So there, I don't know this. Let me see. All right, give me a sec. Let's see if we can figure this out. I'll be drawing and I'm gonna figure some things out here. figure out how to get this working. Let's see. All right, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Anyway, sorry guys. This is kind of a last minute thing I was trying to set up. He has no eyes, and he must blink. Poor little snail. Yeah, see, just like comparing these two lines here, and my hand's still kind of shaking. See, animate, once Adobe moved it over to just being animate, everything, all the drawings got so much better. And if Flash needed to die so that I could finally draw a decent line, then, oh well. Alright, I'm gonna try something from here. And I don't know how this is gonna work. So give me a second. I promise this will be worth it. This will be really cool. Man, too bad I can't get you guys just talking. Why? Is it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I added something. Yeah, sorry, I was messing with OBS and I added the thing in again. Okay, alright. Alright, I think we'll do this another time. Alright, so this stream shall remain an animation stream, and then next stream's gonna be interesting. Only the most professional of streaming here. Alright. Well, yeah, the snail's not supposed to be nice. Okay. Something going on in the background. You guys are going to have to check back next stream to see. Yeah, DHA, you can post whatever. Your stuff's always awesome. I'm going to see what you even were talking about. Oh, the original remix. Yeah, that's fine. Not the new stuff is, I mean, either on Patreon or on the site, so don't post builds that are, for sale. But yeah, the original one that was online is fine. I mean, well, I don't know. Post that kind of. I thought you were talking about a link to a speedrun or something. That's what happens when I don't pay attention to you guys for a few seconds. And that's what we get. Okay. Anyway. So this was probably more like the... this was probably like the concept art for the snail in first. And then ended up just leaving him in there. And Fairley's home. Wish you really, I was trying to set something up. You could have talked to the chat.
Oh,
Would have helped.
I'm sorry, guys.
Anyway, I got the camera on if you want to come say hey.
Nah.
Come, of course
I don't
not.
like
Yeah, Jenna doesn't like people. Sorry, guys.
Why do you have the camera on?
I was trying to do something earlier.
People like seeing your face.
Well, we've been, I don't know, just end up talking a lot every single time. And then I was trying to set something else up. And that might happen tomorrow. Did I just undo that? Probably did. No. Anyway, it's a snail. You know, a pretty simple enemy. Oh, see, he's just so, man. Gold Flash is so dang rough. Just drawing him over exactly like this is going to make him look way better. So I might just do that. Not worry too much about it so we can get back to Fancy Pants Man and Cannon and stuff. Okay. I keep seeing the same question over and over again from a few different people. Are you not hearing what I said, or... Yes, same question. There it is. Did you not catch my response, or is like, I don't know, the chat looks broken when you do that. Make my chat look glitchy. Yeah, with the snail, I don't think there's really going to be that much you can change with him. But for anything like this that, you know, ends up being most of the same thing over and over again, I just grab frame and then use that as just a guide frame for the rest of the animation to try to keep everything a little wobbly, but for the most part, you know, staying stable. So for the snail, we just need that many frames of shell. And now you're going to watch me draw the same thing over and over again. I have a double jump. Why? What? Jenna, should Fancy Pants ever have a double jump?
Is that cheating?
Yeah, that sounds like cheating to me. I mean, we had like the pencil attack double jump, but I don't know. Double jumps are so weird. Double jumps are just too boring.
I feel like double jumps would slow them down.
Yeah, well, it's slowing you down, or you're jumping again. Like, just like if you're running quickly and you jump and then you jump again.
What games have?
It's mostly no.
No.
No, you can. No, Donkey Kong, you roll off of a ledge and then you can jump again later. It's mostly like 3D platforms. The only one I really think of is Psychonauts, but that's 3D.
I feel like there's something that has a double jump, but what? It's a snail.
No, you.
I wasn't trying to get in
There
line
you
with the
are.
shot.
I broke it. Come talk to chat while I draw the same
Yeah.
thing over and over again.
Snail shell?
Yep. Well, it's on a snail, but
Well,
I guess it is a
how
snail
about
shell.
instead of defending why there isn't supposed to be a double jump, why y'all tell us there should be a double jump?
I mean, I'm not gonna listen, but.
Yeah, but you know, it's a healthy conversation.
All right, guys. Why should Fancy Pants Man? That's one of those things. Because people will say, like, I've been getting that forever now, but no one's ever told me why there needs to be a double jump. It's just, I think people go, oh, a double jump is a thing that is in a platformer. Do you have a double jump? And then I go, no, should I? It's like, do you have breakable blocks too? Like, not really.
Think about double. Oh, you know what? I think I'm thinking about Akami. Akami had a double jump that you unlocked.
Well, yeah, but that's, yeah. I mean, like Metroid
But even
Prime.
then, it was more. It wasn't like, I don't think it was a double jump. You could go against the wall and then jump again.
Yeah, that's a wall jump.
Yeah, so I don't think
That's
I
not a double jump.
call that a double jump. I'm
No,
trying to think.
that's a wall jump. We do have wall jumps. Wall jumps are good. Mayor double. If anyone got a double jump, it would be the mayor. That is true. But even then, I feel like that's kind of boring. I don't know. It's just not interesting. Like, you jump and then you jump again. You don't. It's not jumping on something. It's not swinging from something. It's not, moving. You're not using the environment to do anything. I don't know. Like, Metroid Prime has a double jump because platforming in 3D space is a pain in the butt. And Super Metroid just has the screw attack, which is, not quite a double jump. Are you Googling for double jumps?
No, I'm not Googling for double jumps. I'm responding to my friend, because I have friends. I have friends.
She's in Google Translate. Just
I'm not in Google Translate. Why would I be in Google Translate?
I don't know. I think that's a bit of a meme, just typing stuff in the Google Translate.
I'm translating what Brad says into English.
What?
East.
I speak fancy. Is that a dog? So why don't you come sit and talk about animation or fancy pants or something?
What am I going to talk about with animation? I don't need to make.
No, you guys got any questions?
I just sit.
There you go.
And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, come sit and yeah.
Well, I got quiet and I got to start dinner soon.
Dinner's good.
Quiet tonight.
So what were you first? Let's talk about World 2 then, since that's what we've been working on. What were you? 'Cause you played World 1. When did you play World 2?
When did I play World 2?
Yeah, when did you play World 2?
We were dating.
Really?
Brad, you released World 1 when
Yeah.
you were a junior in college. Which was right before we were dating. And then we started dating and you were working on World 2.
Oh, was that late? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I was the reason why there's a headbang in World 2.
She'll never let me forget that.
Yeah, because apparently you forgot I was involved in the development
I
of
mean,
World
it's the
2.
best feature in all of World 2. So.
You were sitting here like, you played it when we were dating?
No, I thought it was earlier than that. I didn't think you didn't play it.
No, because World 1 was when you were a junior and World 2 was when you were a senior.
Yep. And then I got out of college and finished the game. Because that was fun.
I thought you released it while you were still in college.
No, because we finished it from my parents' house.
Yeah, I think you were doing work.
No, because remember, so fun story about World 2. Armor Games. What are you exercising?
I'm stretching.
Okay.
I got nothing else to do. What
Go get a chair. Come sit. I'll move the camera over.
I've been sitting.
All right, and do a
in
dance.
My car. I've been sitting.
Do a dance.
In class. I don't want to sit.
So Armor Games was doing a site redesign, and they wanted World 2 on the featured on the.
I was looking at what the text says. What?
Yeah, here. Look, I'll stick it over here if you want to read the chat. Help me out with the chat. And so they're like, "Can you have it finished in a week?" And I think the rabbit wasn't done at all yet, and then most of the levels didn't have any art. And I was like, "Sure, we can do that." And I ended up staying up for like 3 days in a row, finishing the game, and it had like no music. It was missing a bunch of backgrounds, but it was out. And then I slept a day, and then I drew a bunch of backgrounds.
Somebody's asking for you to add an animation for changing direction while jumping.
Why would you change? How do you can't backflip if you can't? That doesn't make any sense. How do you backflip if you can change direction while jumping though?
Poor of you. Are you planning on someday doing a really serious history for our FBA game? He's not the one to ask.
Well, like a history on the plot, or like the history of how it got made.
That's actually a good question.
Like the history of Fancy Pants Man, or the history of like the game series.
Game development is stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, someone said it must have been stressful. I'm saying it was stressful.
Yeah, I got a pretty bad ulcer, so instead of drinking coffee the entire time, I had to, because it was like a vitamin water energy drink. I mean, they're fine. But I just remember, it was this desk too. It was the same desk.
You're learning all about game development here and the health plans and all this other health problems.
Well, I think after college I was sick of Red Bull.
So. To the Nintendo Switch.
Which one? The big question is why isn't it there yet? I don't know if I can say more than that.
Why did Fancy Pants Man kill the angry penguin for no reason? He didn't kill the angry penguin.
No, he just gave him
He knocked him out.
I mean, he mostly woke him up, and then he knocked him back out.
Well, he woke him up. Penguin was mad. Then Penguin attacked him. So in reality, it was self-defense.
Okay, I mean, really, it's the eternal wisdom of for World 1 to have a plot line.
It's basically just like, Don't Wake Daddy, but with Penguin.
We've reenacted that a few times.
No one is gonna even understand that reference. I just realized.
Wow. I mean, it can either be the board game or when our kids come in and they're my stuffed animals in the background.
I think he was talking about history of the plot. I think that was the same person. Is that the same person?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see.
You messing with my drawing, woman?
I gotta go up. Am I messing with your drawing?
You gotta go up. Well, yeah, I can't draw while you're using the mouse.
I'm sorry. Are you planning? Yes, he wants on the plot.
I mean, you stomped the penguin, you got some ice cream.
No. He's history, like the plot of Fancy Pants Man history.
That didn't help. You just said the same words again.
No, as in, you were asking on the development of Fancy Pants. He's saying on the narrative of Fancy Pants.
What does that mean?
The narrative would be my job, not yours.
No, but you said history, like stuff
He's
that's happened already?
Like a backstory?
Or plot?
I'm assuming is what we mean.
Because the newer games are going to have a much bigger plot than anything. They're the...
Lore.
Yeah.
Lore. Everyone's loring.
Not in my house.
No, it's lore. A lore book. Lore.
Well, it's interesting because the next game is going to focus more on a different world. And so Fancy Pants Man's going to be introduced to the lore of that world. So, because there's a thing, you don't really want to ruin characters with too much information, because anything that I do with anything is not going to be as interesting as what people are thinking of.
Series Bible. What are you trying to say about my writing?
What writing?
What writing? I don't know. That's it.
That writing. Dem R's and ers and memes and pirate talk. That's your career, honey.
Nobody appreciates me.
Well, I want to go in a lot deeper into the lore of a new world, because this world that I thought up I find interesting. It's got its own stuff and problems and new people and all that stuff. And I'm sure I'll talk more about that when we're deeper in the development there. Mostly it's just there's a few things that I want to say in making the game, and I kind of know what that's going to be more than anything. But Squiggleville, there is a charm to Squiggleville that Fancy Pants Man is a stick figure with pants. And kind of the joke is he's special and fancy and awesome because he's a stick figure with pants. There's... Life
is anything like the physics going to work slightly different?
You stop getting out of frame because I'm just sitting here animating.
It's hard to tell because I'm looking at that one. It's that one that's the thing.
Well, it's right there where you're looking.
Yeah, but no, I'm looking there, not
Don't.
there.
What? No.
I don't know that. Someone's asking about it having new physics.
Super was about getting the physics right. And I don't think I want to change much about the actual character movement. It would be cool to do more things with physics, having any 2D physics or blocks or breakable stuff that you could walk on, that you'd need a new engine and whatnot for. I haven't saved this in a while. Should probably save that. But I don't know. I go back to the older games and I just do not like how they feel. And I think everything feels good enough now if I spent a lot more time tweaking it. If in making the new game, I say we need this thing to happen, and that creates a new situation that I hadn't thought of before, and so the physics need to account for that, then yeah, we'd be tweaking them. But stuff like running downhill and jumping, how that doesn't preserve your jump momentum because that would rocket you forward. If you're running uphill and jumping, that would shoot you back, and all the little tricks I do to make that feel good and just be playable. I'm happy with how those feel.
What would happen if Fancy Pants Man's pants were stolen while he'd be naked?
I mean, he wouldn't be Fancy Pants Man.
We could have hair.
What?
He'd still have his hair.
That would be terrible too. Poor Fancy Pants Man.
He'd still have his hair.
Oh, he would still have his hair. His head would be fancy.
No pants, but he still has his hair.
Well, Fancy Pants Man at one point didn't have hair, but he always had his pants. So I don't know if we could do that.
It's almost a new day, and then my birthday is over.
Aww.
Happy birthday.
What's that? That's one of those third-party birthday tunes, so we don't get sued.
Oh, that's true. Is the Happy Birthday song?
Yeah, it's literally copyrighted.
Is it still copywritten?
I don't know if it still is, but it definitely was.
I think it just recently came.
I think like somebody should have said the Happy Birthday song is copywritten, and then someone else said no, and then they erased the copyright for it.
It wasn't
like, should it be copywritten? No, and then that's the end of it.
Is it public domain?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
It's officially recognized in public domain.
Oh, okay.
That's why all the restaurants came up with their own Happy Birthday songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I guess now it is.
I guess.
It's like the happy birthday. I'm gonna get sued by Applebee's or whatever for singing that
It
one.
was Shoney's.
Oh, I don't know.
It is, because it's from the Shoney's gang. Shoney's doesn't even exist anymore.
Wait, does it not? Oh, I love Shoney's.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't anymore.
We have a little, like, Shoney's bear. Wait, no, Shoney's does. But it's, like, across... I don't know, it's not anywhere. There was one, like, down the street from us, and we used to go there when I was growing up all the time. Now it is not.
Now it's just
I'm gonna draw that
coming soon. And it's been like that since we've been married, actually.
Oh, man.
For 10 years.
Older than our children.
It is. I write a Happy Birthday song.
So, Jen, is there anything you're excited about for the next Fancy Pants game? That you could say in vague terms.
I like the NPC designs.
We showed off a few of those on Patreon.
Right?
We're pretty open with concepts and stuff on Patreon.
I didn't really get.
If you want to say.
I didn't really get a lot of time to write with Super because of everything that was going on.
Yeah, Super was kind of in the middle of everything.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. So I wasn't available to write for a lot of that. So I look forward to being able to write
and it's got a lot
and the dialogue for the NPCs that we've come up with and actually work, because I did a lot of concept work on the NPCs for 3.
Yeah, 3 you said things, I drew them, and then Tommy animated them. And I'm excited to get Tommy or anybody else doing art who's not me.
I guess that actually is because it's really, I always like seeing how other people interpret Brad's vision, so that's always really interesting. So I always get really excited when he brings on other artists.
It's always fun. Yeah, the NPCs are going to be interesting because it's a different world, and the world itself has its own new problems. And that's not anything that Fancy Pants has ever done before. And there's going to be friction between Fancy Pants Man and this world, and there's going to be people who, follow the world and those who don't. And I've been dropping pretty heavy hints on what's going on in the Patreon Discord. But seeing Fancy Pants Man in a new place is gonna help, what is important about Fancy Pants Man? Like I said, he's a stick figure in pants, and it's kind of funny that is this one thing. His stick figure, he's got these fancy pants, and that is what makes him fancy. But what does that mean? Why is that important?
Everybody needs a thing.
You need what if we contrast him against, something that's very different from him. What I'm not gonna say what's important about that or why is he better, but like, what does that give? I don't know. I don't know how to put that. But it's gonna kind of hone in on his identity as Fancy Pants Man by giving him an adversarial world, in a way.
How long are you planning on using Animate for FPA?
Not much longer. I'm gonna be using Animate for animating, because that's what Adobe is, turning it into. So the big goal will be to have a logical workflow to get the animation over to Animate, and then see how we can post-process it and make it more interesting.
There's a wee one awake.
Oh, those wee ones. Are they old enough to be on camera yet?
Maybe the
They're
oldest
not
one,
so wee.
Not
But do we want to do that to
not
people?
the youngest one.
Nah, he's a wee. He is a wee.
I feel like Seth's at the point where he can make that decision. So.
Yeah, we might ask him if he wants to come say
Especially
hi.
since he's doing.
Well, he's been
Well, he's also been doing stuff that.
stage.
Yeah, so he's
He's
out
already, yeah.
he's out there.
You could find him if you really.
Okay, you know
wanted
what?
to.
Let's not go that far.
Go be a creeper. You
Let's
can
not
do
go
it.
that far. Leave my child alone.
Leave Seth alone.
Do you need an animation of the angry penguin versus the angry rabbit?
What's that? We need an animation. Oh man, if anyone wants to do some fan animation, that'd be hilarious. There was a video, somebody had the penguin like in normal levels, and there was like 5 of them, and like just junk everywhere. We could do that. We could stick a penguin in with the rabbit and see if they kill each other.
Oh boy.
I don't know if how programmed they are to do that. It might work. You're always surprised. You make gameplay systems, and then you can always throw a wrench in there and see if the systems themselves can can continue to function. I mean, it's not Breath of the Wild or anything, but you know.
And there are no fan games of Fancy Pants.
So Fancy Pants Man is in Shift 3, I think. He's not in Smash Brothers yet, right? There's been a few people who are working on like little fighter things, and they've asked if Fancy Pants Man could be in there, and I pretty much always say yes, because the more Fancy Pants Man, the better, as long as you don't try to pretend like it's yours, like the stupid mobile games that one day we will stream and laugh at how bad they are. But I mean, look, I come from the Flash thing. There's cameos and trophies and artists, all in all the Fancy Pants games. So that's definitely, I love seeing Fancy Pants Man with other indie games. Let's see. We're watching you, Nintendo. I know. Come on, guys. Another Fire Emblem character, or we figure out how to add a stick figure in 3D space. I mean, then again, we got Game & Watch. We can do it. There's no excuses. The knockoff games are awful. Look, Fancy Pants Man is officially in other games as like cameo characters. You could just ask me. But it's you take Fancy Pants Man and you put him in a runner. Oh my god, another runner. Like, mobile needs another runner. If you're gonna put Fancy Pants Man in a runner, like if I were ever to make a runner, it's gonna have to just be so different and better than all the other stupid runner games. Because I don't know, there's something so disrespectful to mobile gamers. Like, I had a phase, right? Where there's a Dead Space mobile game, there's the Game Loft, Modern Combat ripoffs, which they're good. Like I was saying last time, I was playing Asphalt 9 to kind of study the grosser side of free-to-play monetization. But the core game is good, and I can respect that. I'm trying to see. My old art doesn't know what it's doing. And so I'm like, should I follow the old art, or should I just keep him? Let's just keep him going. If we have to drop frames or add frames, we can do that. It's not a big deal. What do you think? Should the tail wiggle more? I mean, snail tails don't really wiggle, but he is a cartoon, so maybe he should wiggle a little bit. Let me see. Let me think. So there's a funny thing when animating. Yeah, Dead Space Mobile. Good. Somebody else played that. It was really fun, especially for mobile. But then so much of it was like subpar. You know, like they're like, this is good enough because it's a mobile game. If they wouldn't have said that, it would have been an amazing game. Rivals of Aether. I haven't really played it. Is that the one? There's a few of those, right? There's Brawlhalla, Rivals, and then it has a bunch of mods. I was watching Zero had the Melee Fox, overpowered Melee Fox, which is the best meme. My kids love that too. Oh no, puns. I'm ignoring puns. Sorry. But doesn't he have Rivals of Aether has Shovel Knight or was that a dumb mod? It's got Ori, right? Ori has that? I don't know. I just gotta make the next game so good. So I don't know how well this is known. Fancy Pants Man was kind of supposed to be in Super Meat Boy, like how they had all the cameo people. We started talking. I was talking about that with Ed, but it never really went anywhere. Because one, I wasn't sure he was serious about it, and I was never sure what, like, he wanted to, like, what he needed for me to do that, like how he was making levels, what's the restrictions and stuff like that. And I just draw levels however, and I don't think Meat Boy's on a tile engine. Or kids being dumb. No, I can't see that. It's not in here. Look.
No, well, I guess he's too short, huh?
Yeah, he's fine. So don't put him on your shoulders, you better. Right? He's fine, Jenna. Alright, floor's lava. I want to see what Dave's doing.
What you getting?
He probably just wants to kill the snail.
Or you just want to play?
You're not playing Mario.
No, I think he's looking at what you're doing.
No, oh, yeah, we'll see. Let me get this snail going, and then maybe you can beat him up.
Huh? What are you gonna tell him? What are you gonna tell him?
Daddy, can I play Mario Odyssey?
No, it's not that.
I almost think my kids love me. And they're like, Daddy, I got something to tell you. It's really important. I'm like, oh, he's going to say I love you. Daddy, can I play Mario Odyssey?
What, can I not hear it? Is that where this is going?
He's making the most
asking something I can't hear?
stinker face ever.
Can I not hear it?
This is important. This is about Kirby.
Kirby Space Robots.
Oh, Kirby Space Robots. Are you talking about Robobot? Kirby Robobot. I'm gonna have all my kids get on YouTube and like review their TDSs.
Do we have that cartridge? What is
No, I don't have Robobot.
Then why'd you ask for that?
I told him he would love that. The 3DS Kirby games are really good. My kids love Kirby. I keep telling them to get those.
You have the demo.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same as the game.
Unless you're 4, I guess.
Would you rather have that, or do you want
See, most bizarre
Mario
cameos.
Mario Maker
It's
instead
in
of
the Turtle
Space?
Doom. I'll do it. Dude, the new Doom is so... Well, it's not...
No,
It was new 4 years ago.
Hold back up, Brad. Can you turn around and talk to him?
Mario Odyssey is their dad now. Listen to Mario Odyssey. What is it, son?
Do I need to leave the room?
He's very particular with like what needs to be said to mommy and what needs to be said to daddy. Like if we're sleeping, he's going to mommy because he knows daddy's not gonna be happy. If I have to stay up animating all night, We get up. My nose is stuffy. So he sneaks around. He goes,
You just said my nose is stuffy.
Mommy.
Will you stop doing that? Oh my gosh.
We're gonna.
Stop.
No, I use
Are you
Nerf
Are you
guns.
gonna
It's
say
fine.
something to your dad, or are you just gonna curl up in a ball on me?
If it had a giant mech. I feel like the Angry Rabbit would be more.
Are you gonna say something to him?
There's a new Super Meat Boy coming out. Should I message Ed?
Brandon wants
Might.
to tell you
I'll do it.
something.
I'll do it. I'll message Edmund.
Do I need to leave?
Mommy.
Fine, I'm leaving.
Mommy, girls don't play video games. You gotta leave. Alright, Brennan, what's up, dude? What?
I think he's telling me to really leave.
Mommy's sneaky. Look how sneaky Mommy is. She's over there.
Do you ever play video games?
Mommy played through all of Okami with y'all. And she played Ocarina of Time with y'all. And she played...
Breath of the Wild.
She played Breath of the Wild with y'all. We had to keep, like, not spoiling it for her.
Because you were playing it with him too.
Bad mommy keeps not playing video games. I don't know how you exist. I don't know how you do that. Ugh. It is school and not video games.
Is that what he was gonna ask you?
School and not video
Does
games.
Mom play video games?
Yeah, that's literally what he asked me.
I only have the recording music anymore.
Hey, Brennan, you want to see what for dinner?
There we go. What's up, dude?
I only have recording music anymore while you get the space robots.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the space robot. Kirby space robot.
Yeah.
Oh, now they know you have a boring child.
Cool.
Isn't that weird?
The original music is when it's a space robot level.
I'm just gonna say the things that like kids think is important is just amazing. It's like, Daddy, I gotta tell you, Daddy, I gotta tell you, Daddy, I gotta tell you. There's some music in Kirby with the space robot, and I'm like, oh man, stop the live stream. Stop the presses. There's music. Kids have a tendency to tell you things just completely out of context, and it's hilarious. Bye, Kenzo. This is a bit later than usual. Rips super chat. You didn't super chat. What? I think you were the only one super chatting us last time, though. So, fair enough. Dun, 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 dun. Go, little snail. You can do it. Oh yeah, I think I had a thought earlier. One of the biggest issues with animating, because you're drawing the same thing over and over again. You draw something, right, and then you look at it and you say, well, that could be better. And then the next frame, you want to draw it better. You want to adjust whatever was wrong with it. But it's animation, so you can't. So one of the hardest things to do is if you draw something kind of poorly, you have to keep that consistent and not fix things as it goes on, because then it just messes up the animation. Or you have to go back and fix everything, which is usually what I end up doing. I think we can insert a frame here. See if that lines up better. I think I'm making him animate too quickly. So I usually animate in twos and then go back and fill them in, because then it keeps things a bit more consistent. I think animating at 30 frames a second is kind of insane, but if I'm doing that straight ahead. When things are moving quickly, that's not too difficult to do. But otherwise... Let's see, we're gonna get this guy, I'll see how he looks in-game in a minute. So whenever I'm animating anything, it can look great or fine or terrible or, however it looks while you're just previewing it like this, always looks different when you put it in-game. I don't know what it is. So my biggest bits of advice, if you're animating something, make sure you try it out in-game, because it's gonna look different. At the end of Faith World 2 Remaster, the credits appear. Well, there's a credit button in the pause menu, and then the Patreon credits are their own door, and they have special hats there to, you know, I mean, do it. Looks like a Q-tip. It's great. I have to check, because when you jump, the weirdest thing about the snail right now, moving with the new engine, is when you jump on him, he's so long, it, instead of animating that, like in the other game, it does that in code. You know, same with the jump pads, where they all get moved with code now. Since he's so long, it messes that up. Let's see, that's a bit weird, but that might be fine for one frame. I've done a lot of like ripples and things like that, so hopefully. Hopefully that turns out okay. You can do a live stream with someone who's like more an animator. So that'd be interesting. So Chris and I did the live stream. But let's go ahead and save this. But someone, because there's a lot of people. I don't know if it's just because I'm looking for it, but it seems like there's a lot of people on YouTube that do things with animation. I think animation is such a crazy process that there's just a lot to talk about. And, you know, if you're animating, you got something really cool to show off. Alright, let's see how that snail, or half the snail. Let's see how half the snail looks. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I don't like that. Let's do this. So one of the best ways to get motion right. You can kind of see, I tried in-betweening those, but it's when there's so little movement there. I'm just going to delete all that, because it's honestly not great. It should just isolate the movement, though, and to make sure you're looking at just that little bit there. And look, this is what I do. This takes forever. Even like dumb little stick figures and cartoony things, it takes me forever to get anything animated, because one, I'm probably not that great at it, so I just do it over and over again until it looks fine. And then I'm just extremely critical of it. You know, the characters are so simple, and Faint Spaceman is a stick figure. So the most important part is how he moves. Let's see. You can make his head go up and down. I was thinking about that earlier. So let's do this. We're going to separate out the movement. I'm just going to focus on this here. We're just going to get his little whatever looking right. And then we can move everything else independently. I can just use a few frames. Like I said, you can only really tell how it's going to look in-game. So the faster you can get to the point where you see something in-game, the better. Then you can check and just kind of keep going from there. Can you warp it? It's funny, with the first Fanspan's game, I had a rule that I was only going to do everything frame by frame, every single thing. There was one point where I had separate frames for running right and separate frames for running left. Like, none of it was going to be done in code. I think at the time, the first Ravenette CD came out, and they did something similarly crazy, where they said that they were only going to use 4 chords in the entire CD. And I thought that was really interesting, that like you give yourself this crazy restriction, and then how you work around that is kind of where the art comes from, where the creativeness comes from. And I definitely started using the scale X value in World 1 pretty quickly, because that didn't last. But then by the time we got to World 2, it went from making sure that every single thing was frame by frame to just whatever looked better. And with World 3 especially, it was things like swinging the pencil. I'm using guides, and then the head gets, removed from the rest of it, and that's all animated separately. Another good part about separating the movement, since it's a pretty simple movement, I can grab it and just move this without messing up the entire snail. So I'm going to try to slow them down. It is really difficult to do subtle movements because there's so much that can go wrong. Headbutt. What's up?
Nothing.
Making dinner? Feeding our
Yes.
children? Do they deserve it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Alright. I have to ask that every now and then. Because I eat a lot.
They do. They eat a ton. I don't know where they get that from.
What? You trying to call me fat?
No, you just eat a lot.
I don't. Only when sitting and working on games and snacking the entire time. That's probably not
Oh,
gonna do.
okay. So when are you not doing that?
Yeah, I know, right? You don't get a summer vacation from trying to make video games.
Are you planning to make an alternative boss like in the other remix?
I don't know. If I do a full remix, then maybe, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that again. Like World 1 to me is so iconic that it can be like dismantled. I don't know. I feel like I can really do that with World 2. I think I'd rather just see more World 2, like Cutie Pants specific World 2 levels, or whoever else I throw in there, or just you know, some new levels in general. So World 2, like World 1 established everything, and World 2 polished it.
I think Immortal Cake just booped you.
I got booped?
I think you got booped.
Oh.
Is that a boop?
I think that's a boop.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's not a... Is that a...
Or were they commenting on what I just did?
Did you boop? I think you booped.
Oh, I was
I
booping.
think she booped.
Sorry. Is that what a boop is?
Public display of boop.
I thought boop was like when you like, you know, bad. I thought that was a boop.
You get a boop.
Someone's like, ha, so you fell right in this situation.
Wait, what?
Said, hi, Brad, I'm late.
Ah, we're all late. Mustache is beautiful. What?
Your mustache, I think.
My face or what I'm drawing?
Or that. There's no mustache on the snail.
I can fix
Yes,
that.
fairly booped Brad, yes. I know.
There we go. Alright. Oh
The
no.
battery's dying.
Yeah, and I'm using the... Actually, I grabbed another cable. Here we go.
This one?
Yeah, just in case this happened, I grabbed another cable. So usually I have the iPad plugged in while I'm working. Oh god, what can I unplug?
Good luck.
What is this? One of these I unplugged from the other gamepad. I have to find that one. Oh no, help. What is this? What is this one plugged into? I can unplug this one. There we go. Got it. You know how hard it is to get a Hackintosh to give full voltage to an iPad Pro? That is a pain in the butt. Are we charging? Yeah, nice. Okay, we're charging.
Okay, but you have to cut this in last 6 or something.
Yeah, no, we've been streaming for a while. I wanted to do face things for Fancy Pants Man, like sunglasses or mustaches or something, because that would have been fun. Maybe I should have an unlock that just gives all the bad guys mustaches. Like all of them. That is a good unlockable to me. Maybe. Alright, we're gonna vote in the Patreon chat. Or just, I don't know. I don't care. I'm kind of sold on the idea already. Should there be an unlockable in World 2 where all the bad guys get mustaches? Because that sounds good. It's Fancy Master just joining us. He likes the mustache. Nice. What do I like on spiders? Let's see. You guys distract me so bad. That's the bat. Why is the bat in with a spider? Why is everything in with a spider? None of this makes sense. Oh no. I guess because I copy it. Snail can definitely go in there. Ninja can go in there. You're not even in World 2. Bat can go up here. Okay. Spider. Hmm. Mamma Mia face. That just came out of my child. Interesting. You guys are asking the important questions. I respect that. And silhouettes, face disguise, yeah. I mean, the best was Goldeneye, right? When you had the Donkey Kong mode and all that. Did we not? Are they not using the same face? I might be mistaken. No, that's the whole thing. Oh, I think it's only when they animate. Or spider head. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, separating the spider. It's the most annoying thing, right? Coming from Flash. If you want your spiders to have faces and heads, it's all right there. Otherwise, you have to pull it all out. You have to get the pieces. You have to hide them. And okay, what spider? What is this? You were just not. You're not helping me. Did I get the wrong? No, because we updated that one. Let's see. The one that's actually being. I might have multiple spiders stuck in here. No, you're right there. And the spiders are the most complicated by far right now. How many different spider heads are there? That's weird. No. It's like, this is my game. I can do what I want with it. Oh, bat spider. Spider bat, bat spider. There we go. That's beautiful. That, okay. Let's be honest, that's gonna be an unlock in World 2. See, this is why streams are important. Where is... Hey, no, bird. Bird. Bird body. Bird fly. Kind of mad I didn't reanimate these for World 1. That would have been cool. There we go. I guess spider that is a girl. They have hats. Just give them a pretty hat. There we go. Now everything has mustaches. Perfect. Why is the mustache not moving? It should be moving. I must ask you a question.
No.
Aw. Would you like a mustache?
I refuse.
I must ask you a question, as always. Would you like a mustache?
I refuse.
There we go.
No, I don't want one. You have enough for the both of us.
Alright, Jen. I think... I want to say we've just made World 2 about 300% better. Would you like to see?
You put a mustache on the dragon thingies?
No, I put a mustache on everything.
Angry bird dragon thingies?
Everything.
Is this something that unlocks when you beat the game?
Yes. That is gonna be a thing. I really don't care.
I have to admit, it kind of makes them...
Hey, why is it not moving? It's still supposed to be moving.
The mustache or the...
Yeah, it was with his mouth.
It kind of just looks like it's spitting out a weird, small,
Yeah,
stringy thing.
it probably is. There we go. Look how happy he is.
Like a
This
mustache.
is glorious. I haven't shaved in years. Makes for a happy spider. Beautiful. Oh, when you hurt him, he loses his mustache. That's really sad.
Yeah, but then when he comes,
There you go. He regret.
it's regret.
It's like me the next
Instant
day.
regret. My
Dragon
mustache
Flappy
bleeding.
Bird thing in game for the World 2 remix. I don't know. I was thinking about doing that, like adding that as a minigame in the game itself. I don't know. One
Wait,
day.
Kenzo's still here? I thought Kenzo was leaving.
Kenzo, what are you doing? Kenzo.
Are you not doing your homework?
No, he's mustached me a question. I can't go.
If we get in trouble because you didn't do your homework,
Nobody's blaming me. I never did my homework.
they're gonna blame me. 'Cause I'm the
That's true.
woman
You're the
here.
responsible one here.
I'm the woman.
Don't be sexist. You're just more responsible than me in general.
Fair enough. It's always our kids are too.
Okay, what? I've earned it. I went to school. I did my homework.
Responsible. Don't you dare.
I was in preschool. I colored in the lines.
Yeah, sure you did.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
When I wanted to.
Mhm.
What was I doing? Jenna, what were you doing? This is why you need to be...
mustaches on things.
No, I have put mustaches on things. Now I need to get back to doing...
I don't know. I think you were doing the snail thing, finishing animating the head.
Yeah, probably. Well, now we got to get his little
We'll find the body. I don't know.
little body.
Kenzo
Somebody.
doesn't have homework. What's a homework?
Yeah, I know what homework.
Mm-hmm.
Homework is put mustaches on literally everything.
Oh yeah, I saw that you didn't have your headphones. That stinks.
Wait, whatever.
Fancy Master. He's like, I was here earlier, but he had the audio off.
Yeah. What? Everybody around you didn't want to hear our glorious
forgot
live
his
stream?
headphones.
I don't believe that.
I feel like it's an unfair assumption that things with mustaches are ultimately more evil.
Is it?
Really? I think you think too highly of your mustache.
I mean, let me go do something evil, and we'll debate. I must upgrade my evil.
More like I would have lost my phone to the teachers.
So Fancy Master's just sitting there, why is there mustaches on everything? I don't understand.
What? No, wait, no. They said Brad, guess what?
What?
There you go.
YouTube,
I
stop!
can't say what. Because I wasn't asked.
This is like opening other people's mail.
I don't know.
Sometimes these buttons don't work.
Wait, no.
They're still not
They
working.
want Angry Rabbit to have a mustache.
I mean, he should.
He doesn't
will.
have homework and he's back. Fancy mustache man.
Hmm.
He's arch.
Yeah, I wanted to have stuff like that on him. I don't think I forgot to look right.
We're never gonna know what.
You know how to keep a turkey in suspense?
Wait, are you a turkey?
That's like an uncle joke or a dad joke or something. I don't know.
What?
Uncle
Did you
jokes.
say an uncle joke?
Uncle jokes are just mean dad jokes.
I
think.
can't say anything because you actually, yeah, that sounds right, actually. You actually are an uncle and a dad, so.
Hmm. I
I want to see the spider bat in that one level.
I mean, he's in that one level though. He's over here.
Customizable. The angry. Why do you want to put an angry rabbit on? Like put a mustache on the angry rabbit? Hasn't he been through enough?
What? Sounds like an honor.
No, don't
Here he
mention
is.
the angry rabbit.
Here he
He
is.
gets a bad.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
He
Wow,
just
he's
wanted-
got some really long
He
legs.
just wanted ice cream.
I mean, who doesn't though?
Give
Da-
the mayor another
Oh, we gotta
mustache.
we
Why
gotta
don't you give him a
count.
beard?
Da na 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 na.
Are we counting the
Maybe I
nuns or
just
the
kept going.
nuns? Which one are we?
That's by-
Are they all done? Wait, are those nuns or no?
What? No, it's
Dun na
bats.
na 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 na.
Da na 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 na.
Don't you dare, AJ. Don't you dare.
I think Kabuto could use a mustache. Norris needs a mustache.
Don't put a mustache on the rabbit, Brad. Don't
What?
Poor animal. Don't do that.
Update version 1.8 hasn't been updated in 10 years. Added mustaches to the angry rabbit. There we go.
No.
This has now been a successful, useful
No.
live stream. What was I doing? You guys are terrible. The sad thing is, if I'm not streaming, I'm probably just trying to find something to watch on YouTube while working, and then I never find it, and so I never work. So this isn't really that much less productive. Let's see, how far does that go? Am I gonna need more frames? No, that looks about right. Alright, let's see if that is smooth. I mean, you got an evil mustache. You're probably stealing the ice cream. That's just how it goes. Some things are inevitable. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Oh, that's beautiful. We're taking a screenshot of that. I'm sending it to Jenna. Watch this. It's something about this my computer really hates. I need more RAM. One day. Everyone join Patreon so I can get more RAM. And then if you have more RAM, you can have more mustaches. That's just how that goes. I'm trying to open this. There we go. Alright, ready? She sighed heavily. I don't know if you can hear that. What? Check your phone.
I did.
Yeah? I mean, where's the thumbnail button? Let's update this. Mouse. There we go.
I'm not commenting on that.
I'm gonna make it her wallpaper. So can I, oh, edit video. Here we go. Live streaming. Oh look, I have a button. Where's the thumbnail? Nah, I think. Wait, edit. Edit. There it is. There it is. I got it. Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, yes. Oh, that is now the thumbnail. All right. Mustache for the win. Super mustache pants. I'm going to have a pants. They're just all little mustaches. Anyway, were we doing something? I feel like we might have been. I feel like it suddenly is not as important as everything else we've done now. I don't know. I didn't even check the snail. I opened the game, I didn't even look at the snail, of course. This is the best development stream. We've done a lot of great things this stream, let's be honest. That was horrendous. Is that open? No. This is like rare games, so they have googly eyes on everything. Maybe? You know, this is going up as the Patreon build, right? Like, I'm not removing these mustaches. This is fantastic. Ooh, beautiful. I feel like it could be a little smaller maybe. It's not proportionate. It's not that is not beautiful, but it's not proportionate. Let's try that. Yeah, Fancy Master gets it. I'm a game dev of the people. We don't make boring games around here. The game's gonna be free to play, but you have to pay extra for the mustaches. That's a good monetization strategy right there. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. I wonder what Swain thinks of his door having a mustache now. And then, where's the other one? We can get to it with our cannon. Remember when we actually did things during a live stream? That were the days. Oh no, I don't have a door there. Okay. Oh well. Oh, this is beautiful. That one's beautiful. That one's beautiful. This is what a true remaster is. If only Shadow of the Colossus added mustaches to all the Colossi, everyone would have bought that remaster. Sorry, Bluepoint. That's who did it, right? I'm gonna make a dissertation on how to properly remaster an old game. If I warp around from the beginning, it definitely breaks some things. Oh, he loved his mustache. Let's let him go. Let's let him be. No, it's okay, little guy. There we go. There we go. I don't have ink in here. Break the cannon again. The cannon's always broken. I think we're about to ask. Wait, what? There's two of them? We're about to ask. See, I want to say if I have done this before. The saddest part about this, it's already there. I've seriously played around with this before. Probably because you made... Yeah, now I'll be popular. It just took 20 years. 12 years, whatever it is. It's already there. I don't think it can handle it. Export cannot handle all the mustache. Come on, Adobe. You can do it. You can do it. The RAM is full of mustaches, but you can power through. There goes all of our hard drives. There we go. Alright, now that we've properly warned... Oh wait, no, I gotta... Remember last stream when we updated character? Where is it? Where is the character cache? Oh, I gotta find it again. Great. Did I close those windows? I probably did. World 2, Swift parts, and then... Oh, World 5. Those are World 5 folder. How weird is that? What could be in there? This is now a good game. I like this. I would publish this to Newgrounds. What if we just uploaded Mustache Pants Man and just... Why haven't I done that? I probably should have. Super Mustache Pants Adventures. The new Itch.io. That'd be great if the remix was $2 and then the remix with nothing but mustaches everywhere is free. That would be amazing. That's a good icon. I think we're screenshotting that too. This is why Mac is better, if you needed a reason. What were we doing? I swear I was getting work done at one point. You guys are terrible. The mustache is on... No, it should... I think that's hard-coded in. I don't take the width of the movie clip. Because I can stretch and squash everything. And I believe that would... I mean, you probably got enough space there. That, yeah, it's about the same. I have a is tall value and a is wide value. And I have that hard-coded in. I think... This, can we record? Yes, I think we can actually record while streaming. I'm gonna hide me. This is, guys, this is important. This is really important. How do you hide yourself? There we go. We're gonna start recording. All right. That's going on Twitter. Right there. Should I do that now? Spawn a rabbit. I can't. I don't have the rabbit coded in yet. There we go. This is good. This is going to be a clip on Twitter. Right here. Dun, 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 get them mustache squiggles with Mustache Pants Man. Oh man, all the clips that I got recently, I realized if I record them with OBS, Handbrake messed up the frame rate, so I had to start putting that in manually. We'll get the rabbit in. That's gonna take a little while though. I mean, probably not too long. Probably won't be too bad. Alright, I'm not gonna edit. I'm tempted to just edit this all right now, but I think we should finish this. It'll go up very, very soon after, don't worry. Let's get Mr. Snail. At least so I can upload this build. The Snail means some body there. Tip? Okay. I opened the game like 5 times and I still haven't checked the snail. What's your Twitter? So there's Bradborn, which I think is just Dr. NeroCF, at Dr. NeroCF. And then Run Fast, Run Fancy is the Fancy Pants Twitter. So that's the more official, you know. Finish the snail. I know, right? Caboodle with a mustache. That's next. Somebody's going to open up. It's like, oh, there's an update. Did my battery just die? Oh no, I need a battery. I can't do anything. Oh well, good thing I have a controller. There we go. Alright. That's better. That's good enough. Wait, did I delete the bird's mustache? No! No, that's not good. Hold on. Let me get a battery, and we're giving that bird a mustache again. Alright. Rechargeable AA's. This is the most valuable thing that I own. Because I go through so many of these dang things. Especially when you use Wiimotes and play on the Wii. You need rechargeable AA's. What have I missed? You've missed everything. The bad rabbit. He probably did. He would. Alright, where is the dang bird? Bird. Bird container. I need to get it on his beak. Why? See, that's his beak, right? Why would the mustache not go on there? Let's see. I'll figure this out, guys. This is important. This is bug testing at its finest. Why does the mustache not go on the beak? This is what I do all day. This is it. This is what making a game looks like. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is why Adobe updated the brushes and spent all that time and manpower and money so that I may draw beautifully curvy mustaches on the Angry Dragon Bird thing. Alright. Go back. Go back. Yes! Success! Or should he have a little one? Oh, I feel like that would be even funnier. I feel like... And this might just be my developer instincts. That he needs like a little bitty one right here. Look how cute. That is adorable. You know what? I don't know. No one knows those eyebrows there? We need a custom mustache for this guy. He needs an Angry Dragon Bird thing mustache. There we go. That is special. That is unlockable. That is DLC right there. That is premium content. This is how you make $1 billion in microtransactions. I mean, look. You just need a... Oh, I forgot my phone was still off. There we go. You gotta give the Angry Dragon Bird thing his due. He's been ignored long enough. That's perfect. That's beautiful. I don't know if I ever want to delete him from World 2 now. Look how happy he is. This whole build right now is special. It's special. Anyway. Now I'm leaning back. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, poor Face Pants Man's tired from lugging around that giant mustache. There, he needs a place in World 2. Well, I'll add him somewhere. He'll make it in. I'm not gonna do him wrong again. There's a few things for this build that I'll add back to World 2 that should have been in the first time. I think the Angry Dragon Birds is top of that list of things that should have been in World 2 and would have made the game better. It would have made it the viral success it was meant to be. Can I play this DLC mustache build? Yes. Once I upload it. Kenzo, you are one of our glorious Patreons. You will absolutely be able to play this. And you should also, alright, I'm gonna put this idea out there. Make a let's play of it and put that on your channel, and I will comment on that video too. Absolutely. Alright, this guy's looking good. Let's finish him up. What time is it? Yeah, I got about 8 minutes, because I want to wrap this up before dinner time. Let's get this beautiful mustached creature here. Give him a head. Alright, we were talking about him bobbing slightly, so let's put this on a different frame, and we can adjust this as we need to. So, grab this, make sure the mustache is protected. Important. No, you know what? If animate never, I'm gonna put a bug test or a bug report. Never, ever, ever lock my input and give me a pop-up if I click on something I'm not supposed to again. Never need to do that, because obviously Adobe watches my streams, right? So hey, Adobe, never pop up anything ever again while I'm trying to draw. You don't think that the rabbit could be that evil? He still nobody steals mustaches. That's no. That's just wrong. We're not talking like that around here. Nobody's that evil. I feel like the Angry Rabbit might participate in No Shave November and then tweet about it. But I don't think he would steal mustaches. That would just be... it's too much. We need So what I think I'm going to do, to keep this simple for now, I'm going to just draw the head normally and then sort of warp it a little bit. So we got 8 minutes, so I'm going to hurry up and do this and color them just so we can throw them in real quick and see them. And then afterwards, I'll adjust them a bit and then get that build online. So if you're a Patreon, you can play literally this build right now. I'm going to make many clips for Twitter. If anybody wants to put that up on their YouTube channel or tweet it out, that would be amazing. This is what happens when you dev in real time. You got to keep things interesting, got to keep that chat engaged, and do stupid things that are amazing. Because that is how we do that around here. Or your device cannot handle too many mustaches. Upgrade your RAM. Need more RAM. RAM's full of mustaches. Upgrade. First thing you gotta do. You need 64-bit space addressing for all the mustaches. I'm trying to think of how many angry dragon birds with mustaches I could spawn at once. I feel like the answer is all of them. Behold the power of Starling. Flash with hardware acceleration. No, what have you done? What was that? There's nothing here. Where's everything? Did I not? That's the thing. I get too trigger happy. I hit save. Then it doesn't actually export it. There. That. This is good. Flash could have never handled this. Oh, it's beautiful. Should I leave this in the Patreon build? I feel like that it's a bit more difficult to navigate. Oh, I don't have a pencil. I need a sword. Wait. No. Get it. Oh, I'm dead. Snail, I need your shell. I need your shell, dude. Help me out here. Beautiful level editing. Oh, perfect. Get it. It's like pinball. It's beautiful. It's my true vision. You must preserve the artist's vision. There we go. That was good. What time is it? Was that a good finale? Oh, I need 4 minutes. Alright, let's see how much of this. Let's do this, and now we can finish. And I'm getting hungry. Mouse is the DLC of mustaches, maybe. We haven't put it on the mouse yet. I don't think we have time to. We can get this done. weird. Kids just disappear. Oh, animate. Never change. Oh, you were drawing that. Sorry, bro. I didn't like your vectors. Mouse needs a mustache. We gotta finish, dude. It's dinner time. We gotta finish this now. Oh, is the head getting weird? I probably shoulda guided this out. We're gonna do. That's the mustache. Can't touch that. The head there. Maybe next live stream. We'll see what we can do next live stream. But we gotta get this snail head done so I can upload this build. Can't upload a build with a half-drawn snail. That would just be weird. That's unnatural. Yeah, see. That's what happens when I just copy the old stuff. It gets really messy. We still need... See, I kind of feel like if something stops animating, if it stops moving, if it stops being, like, updated and refreshed, then it stops being alive to me. That's my philosophy on Fancy Pants. Why everything... I was talking to Animator before, and it was, you know, animation is all cheating. You try to do as little as possible, because otherwise it's going to take years to do the simplest of anything. But to me, once something stops moving, it stops living. And being a game developer... I mean, even the animator part, you know, the goal is to make things, make worlds, make characters, make things that are alive that you can play with and touch and interact with and defeat. And so for me, it's just really important that things are always animating. And it's probably just like a weird pet peeve of mine. That's why I hate puppet animation, where you know, you just grab a thing and move it around. And I do that sometimes, where I just have a clip and I tween it. But if I do that, I do about 10 frames or so, and then move that around, so you at least have the illusion that it's still moving. And my iPad is about to die. I am. I said it's. Oh, it's 6:01. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off stream because I gotta eat. There's food. Food is calling. Food and mustaches. Stream should be called. It will be. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna put some clips on Twitter of the goofy mustache everything. Brad doesn't work for 2 hours. Don't give me that. We got half of this snail done. Look, this is what we did in 2 hours. Step 1, put mustaches on everything. Step 2, do half of the work you were actually supposed to do. That would have taken about 5 minutes. No, it's fun. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to get this build on Patreon. What we do during the stream goes up on my site. There's a Patreon exclusives tab. And anyone who is a Patreon gets to play that. I'll probably remove the birds. It might be a little much. And it takes a lot for me to admit that something's too much. But we're gonna do some undos. There we go. He's got a flock. He needs a flock. He's cool with a flock. Give me the build. You'll get it. You'll get it. It will be uploaded into the Patreon builds. You are very well prepared to get the updated build. But there is, right there, there's our snail. And a whole lot of mustaches. And as much fun as that stream was, I honestly think I can say I have a even better plan for the next stream. So I hope to see you guys soon. It might be tomorrow, might be hopefully soon. I'm going to set things up before so there'll be less technical difficulties. But in the meantime, be fancy, take care, and may the mustache be with you.